Today we're talking about Frederic Malle.
Brand review.
Yeah, we have top 20 Frederic Malle fragrances ranked, and Dahlia's ranking my 20 favorite Frederic Malle fragrances. Sadly, 3 didn't make the list, and we'll have to find out what they are and why. So if you want to find out the top 20 Frederic Malle fragrances, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. Yes, today we're talking about Frederic Malle. We love this house, right?
We really do. And they are something for everyone.
They do. But if this is your first time tuning into the channel and you love watching fragrance reviews and still haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So when was the first time you discovered Frederic Malle?
It feels like a million years ago. I think it would have been at Barney's in Chicago. I don't know that I've actually smelled every single Frederic Malle because it's, at this point, such an extensive line. Huge line. Yeah. But you've got a great sample.
Yeah, so we're going to start out with the 3 that did not make the list.
The 3 that I rejected outright. Let's call that what that is.
All right. Dries Van Noten.
Too gourmand.
Too gourmand. It's a vanilla that's with sandalwood, but it just smells too sweet for you.
I have a sweet tooth. If somebody handed me a cookie that smelled like this, I would reject it.
All right, so that's a no-go. Cologne Bigarade. How come? It's just.
Yeah, the thing is that I really love this line, and I really love their concept. I love the giving artists freedom to create whatever they want to create. Sky's the limit. Go for it. And you give somebody that kind of freedom, and they come up with this. Nothing against
Jean-Claude Elena.
I know, I'm sorry, Jean-Claude. I am really sorry. But I don't.
You know, personally, I don't think this should be in a Frederic Malle bottle because it's already in an Hermes bottle. In fact, this was in a Frederic Malle bottle before, and then it ended up in a Hermes bottle. Because there's a fragrance that he created, Jean-Claude Elena, for Hermes.
I would probably like this better as a Hermes because it fits with their kind of fresh light.
Yeah, but you don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I just don't care. It does. I don't have any reaction to it really.
But this one, she hates because in our mimosa video, she reacted so negatively to it.
I really don't care for this.
In Fleur de Cassis.
There's another one that you don't have. I also really don't care for called Someone Therese.
Oh. That's created by Edmond Rudnitska.
I'm sorry, Edmond. I don't.
He's no longer with us.
Oh, Edmond, I'm sorry for that too. But, no.
No? Mm-mm. Okay.
But well, yeah, so those 3 are not even on the list. We're starting with them, but they're just rejected outright.
We're going with number 20.
Yeah, so on the list.
En passant, the Lilac.
And I love lilacs. I really do. And part of my love of lilacs is maybe why this one is so low is that it doesn't smell authentic. There are lilacs in it, but it's very aquatic.
Well, there's watery notes. There's a watery thing running through it.
It's distracting, though.
Really?
And to me, it doesn't really work. I like lilacs. I do not like cucumber.
Yeah, there's cucumbers listed in the notes. There's wheat and Petitgrain.
That's so weird.
It's a weird combo.
And A for effort, maybe? Not.
It's Olivia Jacobetti.
I'm sorry, Olivia. This doesn't work for me.
I like this one. It's a fresh floral. And the watery touches gives it a very summery feel, even though I feel like lilacs are more spring flowers.
Definitely more spring.
Oh, well.
I feel like it just doesn't really come together.
You can't love everything.
I don't love everything.
All right, at number 19... she went with Dawn from Frederic Malle, one of the later fragrances.
Yeah, okay. So I'm still holding a grudge about the price.
Price tag is high.
Yeah.
I think the 100 ml now is at $1,600.
That's ridiculous. But it's probably not ridiculous, but it's not in my landscape of pricing.
Carlos Benayem did this one. You know, I'd like this one, and I have both the night and Dawn. I prefer the night over Dawn. But you also haven't ranked the night very high.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
But is it just the price point that you don't like this?
No, it's not just the price point. I kind of have this thing with oud where I'll kind of be into it for a minute, and I'll like the animalics, and I'll kind of be into dark, deep, sort of mysterious fragrances, and then I just hit this wall and like ricochet back, and I think I'm just in a space right now where I'm not feeling it, and both the dawn and the night are extremely extremely oud focused, and I kind of just smell it and I'm like, I recognize the craftsmanship. I know it's really good, and I know that if I sprayed it and I waited for 6 hours, I might be at a point with it where I'm happy, but I'm absolutely unwilling to wait 6 hours, if that makes sense. That's why it ranked low, is the price and that.
You know, you do hit the wall with animalic fragrances. There was a time I was really into them. I can only tolerate a little bit of it now. I don't know if it's because I'm spraying so much fragrances on and testing so much, but it just becomes too much.
It does. It's like setting off like a cartoon dynamite, you know, where the cave blows up, and it's just like it's such a sensory overload that I can't
do it. A little goes a long way for us with animalics.
I'm at a point where it's like you'd have to spray it, wait, and then walk through. Maybe. This is a ranking on my personal preference. Don't be mad at him. Be mad at me. It's fine.
I like my animalics a little more than her, but I have hit the wall too.
Yeah.
There was a time I loved Leather Oud from Dior. Now I can't really tolerate it. I mean, even when you wash that fragrance off, it doesn't wash off. It still stays.
No.
All right, moving on. It's at number 18, Superstitious.
We're not singing it. Don't even look at me.
So this is Aldehydes, Jasmine, Rose, Incense, Vetiver, Patchouli, Peach, Amber. Why?
I like all of those things.
Uh-huh. But what happened? It's just not working for you?
It's sort of like the same story as that Cologne one
Cologne
that I
Indelible?
insulted. What was his name? Jean-Claude. I'm sorry, Jean-Claude. It doesn't belong in this line. It's nice. It could be from any brand. It doesn't have that like wow factor.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Dominic Ropion did this.
I'm sorry, Dominic. I'm sorry. He doesn't care what I think. None of these people do. So I'm going to stop apologizing. But
Anyway, Superstitious. She don't like it.
there are other Dominique Ropions in this line that I
She likes more.
Yeah. This is just, it's...
You know
it's
what I
nice.
like about this? It's the aldehydes with the rose. It's a really, really unique combo. It's very fizzy. Maybe that's just...
There are so many beautiful roses in this line.
It's a beast also. It lasts a long time. Cologne Indelible. This is also Dominic Ropion. This is actually a really great, like a concentrated version of an eau de cologne with Neroli and orange blossom and Petitgrain. It's really, really quality stuff. But it's like you've had this in another line. And you don't want it in a Frederic Malle, because I think what's going on with you is you like your Musk Ravageur, you like your Portrait of Lady, you like your Carnal Flower.
Spoilers.
And these just don't cut it.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening, is that I'm very fortunate. I've been a fan of fragrance for a very long time. I've had the opportunity to smell a lot of different fragrances, and I've smelled this before.
It has been done before.
Oh my God.
It has been done so many times before, but me personally, I think this is one of the better versions of whatever's been done before.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a long-lasting fragrance.
Nice.
It's really wonderful.
It's nice.
Cologne Indelible. So the night is in the bottom. Why?
It's too much oud. The rose doesn't even cut into the oud for me. I recognize the craftsmanship of this one though, but the price point kind of like...
Did you see his name? Dominic.
Somebody's gonna start sending me hate mail, but...
Dominic Ropion, the bottom three.
I feel really bad. But he's in the top as well.
He's in the top, okay.
He really has
collaborated
with Frederic Malle quite a
You
bit.
had ranked this so high in other videos.
For an oud, it is an amazing oud. For what I want from the Frederic Malle kind of brand, and for what I actually want to put on my body, I don't want to spray that.
No.
I don't even want to I don't even want to take the cap off. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's so much. I mean, not just so much money. It's ranking higher, even though I don't personally care for it, because of the craftsmanship. I recognize for what it is, it's really, really, really good. I don't want to wear it. It's not what I want to smell either right now.
The Night from the Frederic Malle, created by Dominic Ropion.
And it's very, very pricey.
$1,600.
Oh,
It used to be 15. I think they moved it up to 16. So next up, Music for a While at number 15.
correct.
So what's the deal with this? It's a lavender bomb, but it's a different kind of lavender. To me, I feel like this is...
It's nice. And it's a lot of things that I wouldn't ordinarily go for. It's kind of on the sweeter side. It has some, like pineapple, caramel. which ordinarily it's like, oh.
Stay away.
I know, but I really like it. And
do you normally like lavender?
On other people.
Oh.
I like lavender as a sort of a home scent, but
you don't like fougères?
I think they're very masculine. My association with them is masculine anyway. So yeah, this one's nice. I liked it.
Maybe you like it because there's also some anise in there.
No, I think it's the lavender actually
lavender?
that I like in this because it's tempered with the sweeter notes and it's not so kind of straightforward. It's a nice twist.
Okay. Music for a while.
15.
Carlos Benayem at number 15. So at number 14, Iris or Erie Poudre. Do you like powdery fragrances in general?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. And do you like Iris?
You know, it's not one...
It's not your favorite note?
It's not my favorite note. I don't dislike it. But it does have that sort of makeup association, that sort of softer... It's something that blends with your day. Typically, it's not going to shout at you.
It's not going to take over. It's going to blend well with your chemistry and just be more like a subdued
Which is
offering.
It can be nice.
Yeah, I like subdued. Yeah.
This would be great for daytime. This would be great for, a discreet, maybe like a workplace or a lunch where you don't want your scent to overpower, but just you want to smell nice.
Yeah, this one's chock full of iris, musk, aldehydes, sandalwood, vetiver, vanilla. It's really nice. It's a great
really
iris
nice.
from Frederic Malle. This next one is created by Dominique Ropion once again. It's Vetiver Extraordinaire.
Lucky 13.
So, do you like vetiver in fragrances?
I think vetiver is kind of like a forever piece of the fragrance industry.
Yeah. It's great.
No, it's really good. I can't really personally wear it though, this particular one, because it leans masculine.
Oh.
There are other vetivers that I can wear, but I've yet to pull this off myself.
But this one's very vetiver-y with lots of bergamot, bitter orange, pink pepper, cedar, cloves, oakmoss, myrrh.
Like some of the other ones near the bottom half of this list, or on the bottom half of this list, it's sort of me being an unforgivable snob and having unfair expectations of the Frederic Malle line. It's a vetiver. Is it extraordinary? If this was in another line that I didn't have on this pedestal, I might say this is a standout and one of the best ones of the line. It's just got such steep competition in this particular landscape of fragrance where it's a vetiver. It's a nice vetiver.
It's a really nice vetiver, but again, I feel like the line has other more standout fragrances that I really appreciate.
I appreciate the diversity of the line. I'm glad there is a vetiver, I should say, but
it does
extraordinaire.
It does rhyme. I think that's why they went with it. Vetiver Extraordinaire.
Vetiver Extraordinaire.
Anyway, that's at number 13.
Yeah, it's cute.
This next one is it is all from Frederic Malle. This is Outrageous, the special edition Barney's bottle, which will probably one day be no more. So why this one at number 12?
I don't usually like citrus. I do like this one.
But this is not really necessarily too much citrus. It's more about the aldehydes and the musk and the ambroxan.
But this is where we're starting to turn a corner into, I have not necessarily smelled this before. This is where we're starting to go, this is something different. Is it outrageous? No. I'm going to keep being captain of the pedantics today, but do
you think they called it outrageous because it's an outrageous fragrance, or is it just because they liked the name and they wanted to call it outrageous? What do you think?
I don't know why they called it outrageous. I don't know.
I mean, this was a fragrance that was originally created for Barney's in 2007. Then they brought it back in the 10-year anniversary. It was only available at Barney's up until 2017, and then it was available everywhere.
It's nice. It's a little bit mouth-watering. There's something sort of
puckery or something?
Yeah, it's juicy, but not, it doesn't have that barbershop feel that a lot of citruses do. I don't get a sense that it's gonna evaporate in 20 seconds and be gone, maybe because of the musk and the aldehydes. So it's a different mix. See, this is where we're taking something that I've smelled a million times. Who has not smelled a citrus at this point? Raise your hand, put a comment down. I don't know who you are. This is a different take on it.
So do you really know the story behind this? This is actually inspired by a Brazilian caipirinha cocktail. Because there's mint in this, there's a rum note, and there's the different like there's a sugary touch in there. Do you
Little sugary touch.
Yeah.
I don't really get a rum note. I don't really get a mint.
I don't think there's really necessarily a rum, but I think it's whatever else is in that cocktail anyway.
I could see that. I could totally see this being like a nice I'm on vacation fragrance.
It's also the only eau de toilette in the collection of fragrances. And it's also under $200 for 100 ml, which is, everything else is typically more than $200, even $300. So outrageous at number 12. And French Lover.
That's nice. It's a lavender again, right?
No, it's not lavender. French Lover is more Galbanum and Angelica.
This is quite beautiful.
I thought this would be higher for you.
It's quite beautiful. I've smelled it before.
Do you get the crunchiness? Like there's like cucumber crunch and crispiness?
I don't care for cucumber, but I really like this. This is, again, I'm being a snob. This is not a different enough take on Galbanum, Frederic Malle. This is beautiful. I would totally wear it. I could probably pull 2 or 3 from my collection, which is it's not a small collection, but I could probably find 2 or 3 that smell similar enough that it's not that distinctive of a take. But I really like it, which is why it's ahead of Outrageous.
Okay. This one has Vetiver, Angelica, Galbanum, Cedar, Spices, Oakmoss, Incense, Musk. This one is specifically targeted to men.
I'd wear it.
But I think it's pretty unisex.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great name. I don't know necessarily. I think we talked about this the last time we had it in a video. Like, why are we calling it a French Lover? Like, are they rolling around in greenery together? Like, but it's really, it's a beautiful combination of those ingredients. I really like it. There are just other
better fragrances
in this collection.
So at number 10, Une Rose with my signed bottle by Frederic Malle.
Fancy.
Why is this at number 10? Do you like rose?
I do like rose.
Do you love rose?
I like rose a lot, and occasionally I love rose. There are so many rose options. This one I almost bought, and I got a one of the bigger size travel ones just to kind of wear through it and see if I was going to really commit to the full bottle, and I find that it's actually a very sharp, very tart.
It is tart. I can
kind
smell
of a wear.
it. Yeah.
But it's, I can't name another rose like it, and on a different skin chemistry, I've smelled it on other people, and it's really, really, really beautiful. It's a beautiful rose. It's a top 10 rose. It is not a top 5 rose.
Rose, red wine, geranium, pelargonium, truffle, honey, fruits, woody notes. There's lots of sweetness along with the tartness in there.
Every once in a while, this will be like a very pink, fresh, green rose. Maybe 1 in 5 times. And then the other 4 times, it's so tart, it's almost like acid rose. Which, and that's my personal wear experience because I'm the one ranking and offending you all today.
Acid reflux rose?
Oh no. Let's not. We care too much about this brand to say that.
All right, at number 9, I'm surprised this is at number 9. It's Monsieur, the Patchouli monster from this house. So what brought this one down to number 9?
Well,
by the way, somebody recently left a comment about this fragrance, calling it that they said that it smells like shoe polish.
I know what they're talking about, but sometimes patchouli is medicinal. This is beautiful. I would wear this even though it's called Monsieur, period. Okay, Bruno, I could totally wear this. Yeah. So Bruno, listen, just because you think it's for men, I could totally wear this. This one is glorious. It's gorgeous. It's a patchouli. I love patchouli. Maybe this has come up on other videos. However, for this line, for the Frederic Malle brand, it's not a different enough patchouli. I have other patchoulis in my collection that are quite similar.
Wow. I find this to be very different compared to something like
boozy, medicinal.
Yeah, but I don't...
But it's really
like, let's say, for example, Reminiscence, it's completely different than this.
Yeah.
Jovoy Psychedelic, it's completely different than this.
It's not completely
This
different.
is very medicinal to me. To me, it's like really difficult to wear, patchouli. It's almost like really rough and rugged. Animalistic, medicinal kind of qualities.
But I feel like you could put it in a lineup with Patch Flash. You could put it in a lineup with, what's that other one we recently talked about? The silver one from that Italian...
I keep forgetting the name of that brand.
That one. It's almost metallic. It's interesting. It's hard. I think patchouli is so, like rose, it's so done that it's hard to be different.
Overdone?
No, what are you talking
Not
about?
enough done.
Not enough done. But it's also just not, I mean, but if you're, it's a very good patchouli. But Bruno, I want to wear this too. Don't be like gendering it.
Well, what if they called it Monsieur, Monsieur, Mrs. or whatever? Mr. and Mrs.?
Madame.
Madame. All right, this next one is at number 8.
Are we at? Yes.
Salgos. Or this way, Salgos. So you put this one up here, and then you put Cologne Indelible way at the bottom. What was the difference? And also, this is created by Fanny Bal, who trained under Dominic Ropillon.
But this is beautiful.
This is Neroli, Petitgrain, Sweet Notes, Bergamot, Rosemary, Violet, and I get bubblegum with this one. Major bubblegum.
Little bit of bubblegum. I love violet, and again, this is a twist on citrus. This is different. I mean, we all smelled neroli, yes, 20,000 times. But this is different, and it's fizzy and effervescent, and it's a way of doing fresh that is springy and beautiful and unexpected, and yeah, that's what I want to do. It's really pretty, and it's almost like outdoorsy, but absolutely not. But it's like an herb garden, but not. This is different and
Maybe
exciting.
It's an orange grove.
It's
in bloom.
It's juicy. I think it's really pretty. Okay. It's not that I don't like any citruses or any fresh ones, but I'm really pleased by what was her name? Fanny
Bal.
Fanny Bal. I like this one. I kind of want it.
Okay. All right, and this next one, I'm surprised at this one. This is kind of bordering boozy gourmand. Mm-hmm. Promise.
Okay, but
surprised.
Good surprised?
Good surprised.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this one.
I love this one.
Again, though, it's different. It's like I haven't smelled this. I couldn't like blindfolded go to my collection and pull out ones that are similar, like with the French Lover or the Monsieur. I could find ones that are close. You know, maybe not the same, but close enough that you'd have to kind of think about it smelling both my hands.
Do you generally like Cypriol?
I don't know if I could pick Cypriol out of a lineup. I like this. I like this a lot. It's different. It's unexpected. I don't quite know what I'm smelling. But
Do you
I like
smell
it.
barrel-aged booze? Like in a, you know how they age?
That's not a regular occurrence in my day-to-day.
Oh, okay. It smells like Calvados apples, because there's a pretty prominent apple note.
But it's not like what's that État Libre d'Orange one from a couple years ago, the trash one?
It's trash?
Right, and it's not like apples.
No.
It's not like literal apples. They're just a part of this bigger, like, that's nice, what's that? Which
I love this.
It's really good. This is different. This is what I expect of this brand.
All right.
Dominic
Ropillon's Promise. Number 6, Lipstick Rose.
Wishful thinking.
So why this one here?
This one I initially ranked really low, and I just kept kind of coming back to it and smelling it, and I know this is supposed to be like a makeup-y kind of a smell.
It is. It smells like makeup to me. I really like it.
I really like it.
But I would have done the ranking a little different. Promise definitely be more ahead of this one. For me. That's my ranking.
Promise is more interesting, but this is more... I feel like I'd reach for this.
Oh.
Do you know? I feel like...
Easier reach.
Yeah.
You have to think about Promise.
Yeah, it's not for all the time. It's like for maybe like the Promise I'd wear to like a...
Cocktail party.
Like a gallery, like an art thing where people are very fabulous and interested in unusual. Lipstick Rose I'd wear, I feel more like all the time.
Oh.
It's very pretty. Kind of want that one too.
Anyway, Lipstick Rose at number 6. Number 5, Carnal Flower. I think top 5 is a good top 5. I think she did good with this collection. These are definitely.
You say that.
This is. I would turn them around a little bit, but I would put these in top 5, and then I would put Promise at number 6.
Okay.
Anyway, Carnal Flower at number 5.
Number 5.
But why this one at number 5?
I put this one at number 5 because when this was one of the first. It might have been the first. I think it is the first Frederic Malle I bought, and I've worn it. I own it. I've worn it quite a bit, and it's a beautiful tuberose. It's at this point so familiar to me, and there are so many other tuberoses in my collection that it's it's not even carnal. It's just a part of my day-to-day. I'm really like sticking on the names here because the names are really good, and I want a carnal flower. I want it to be like, you know, Vavavoom, you know, Roberto Cavalli or whatever, like, you know, like high slits and strapless and whatever. And it's
Vavavoom.
Right, it's a beautiful tuberose, and the coconut makes it a little different, and the fruity notes make it a little different, but it's still a beautiful tuberose, and I like it a lot. But it kind of suffers a bit from the same thing as Monsieur and the same thing as French Lover, in that I would really struggle to say it's wildly different from any other tuberose I have.
But I feel like they came out with this quite a long time
Yes.
ago, so they were probably one of the first to make something like this.
That's true.
I like the fact that since I associate milky qualities with tuberose, it really, really complements the coconut. Because I'm getting a coconut milky vibe with this one. And then also the orange blossom. It's almost like a white flower bomb.
Yeah.
More than just the tuberose.
Right, it is.
Yeah.
It is. It's really, really beautiful. I think it's a top 5 for sure. It's not the top 3 anymore, but it is one of the 3 I own.
I'm surprised at number 4. This
Are
is
you?
one of my latest acquisitions. Rose and Queer.
This one also kind of crept up. This one was
I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. It's kind of, there's so many roses. There's Una Rose, there's Lipstick Rose, there's Outrageous, there's Portrait of a Lady, there's, spoilers.
Rose and Rose.
Well, it's just there's a lot of roses in this collection, and this one just I kept coming back to it. Like,
But do you smell real roses? Because they're creating an accord from the geranium.
there's almost like, yes, like a tomato leaf plus geranium plus something like rose that's really interesting, because leather and rose has been done a lot. Kind of like oud and rose. Thank you, really, please, like no more. I
don't think we're going to keep people from making oud and rose.
I can ask. Like,
No more oud and rose.
please, like enough. Like, give us a break from those. But this is just sort of, it's herbaceous and fresh and
It's so green.
right, and the leather isn't like too much. It isn't overpowering. It's a little bit like that Sicily.
Tomato leaf, yeah.
Yeah.
Eau de Campagna.
Right. Yeah. And this is
There is a tomato leafy vibe.
but it
in there.
doesn't say it that in the ingredients, so I don't know if there's.
It's
actually
very
something like
vegetal
that.
to me.
I also kind of want this one.
Okay. Rose and Queer at number 4. Now it gets really interesting. Lys Mediterranee. I love this one.
It's really good.
It's so good in the summertime.
I was just going to say, this one is really, really, really specifically good in warm weather, not cold weather. I almost bought this one, and then I didn't, because I had looked at it the first time and tested it in the summer, and then I went back in the winter and was like, oh no, it's too masculine.
This reminds me of a very hot Easter day for me, because lilies are something that we, in my religion, always, put out during the Easter. So the smell of lilies, it's amazing. But there's an aquatic, watery touch with this one. Do you get it?
But I like it.
You like it, yeah.
But I like it. And lilies can be really sort of heavy and what's
Cloying or something?
that cloying. And this is not at all.
No,
in fact,
no.
this is a masculine lily.
I would say this is
It's
more on the
unisex.
masculine side. It's still floral, but that marine note gives it a very
It's
masculine.
very balanced. It's very fresh. It's very, it's different. This is why I come to the Frederic Malle counter. I have not smelled anywhere else. I have nothing in my collection that smells like this. There are so many fresh florals. There are thousands of them. This one's a standout.
I love it. Lys Mediterranee at number 3. 2 more left. Can you guys guess what the number 2 and number...
I feel like they probably have a hunch, but they'll be surprised by which one is number 2 and which one's number 1.
Portrait of a Lady at number 2.
Number 2,
You know that's happened to me too?
right?
It used to be this one being number 1, but Musk Ravageur, I don't know,
It's
man.
crept up
it's
on me.
so good.
I'll grab that since you mentioned it. So number 2 is Portrait of a Lady, and by a hair, Musk Ravageur is number 1. Because this is one that I just keep grabbing. I want to wear
And
this.
I'm surprised with this
I know,
because
'cause
it's
it's a
gourmand.
gourmand. There's nothing else like this.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's like, maybe there's a nod to Shalimar. Maybe, like a nod. But it's so big. And it's so, just a big, juicy, not juicy, but like, it's vanilla-y. It's gourmand.
It's very vanillic, and I also get caramel from it, but more spices and cinnamon and cloves caramel vanillic.
It's people just drift in. Like they want to be closer when you're wearing this. This is, whereas Portrait of a Lady is almost sort of austere. It's very put together. It's
spicy,
very dressed.
Rose and patchouli and incense.
And it's gorgeous. Not to take away from this, because this has been imitated now quite a lot as well.
It has been.
At the time that I bought this, though, there was nothing like it. And I am hoarding that original little bottle that I have.
I still have a little bit of the original left.
I know, and my Musk Ravageur, though, is the one that I want to wear today. So it has to be number one, because this is where if I'm going to grab a Frederic Malle from my collection, this is the one.
We agree with the top three.
Oh my god, I love when we agree. Yay.
Portrait of a Lady at number 2, Musk Ravageur at number 1.
I think there's like 3 Frederic Malles that I now feel like I need to go and buy.
You want to buy 3 more?
As a result of this ranking, yes.
She's going to go buy 3 more.
No, I didn't say that. I want to.
She wants to go buy 3 more.
God, I don't need to buy any more fragrance.
Anyway.
Hope you liked it.
If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Let us know your list.
Yeah.
How would you rank these? Please put it down. What would your top 20 be? Or what would your top 5 be? Or maybe top 10? If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Otherwise, please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.